Fire, what you saying?
Yes, I like for the greatest to give thanks. I
Serious things seem like in a remote. Look.
undisclosed.
All right, in a remote location, we give thanks for everyone tuned in. We're here again, Ballhead and the Dread Podcast. We give thanks for everyone tuning in. Respect. We were there at the Jesse Royal function the other day. So we give thanks for the vibes there, give thanks for ones in attendance, And we saw some people that tuned into the show, so we give thanks for them the same way. All right, let the people know about that new project you have circulated.
Yes, I want to tell the people to check out the new documentary, Cure My Pain, the marijuana documentary. And it's not the average marijuana documentary either. It really should go deep in the inner city and show you a whole heap of reasons why the youth them even not smoke from a tender age. So I really want people to check it out for really see the psychology behind it. Cure My Pain marijuana documentary out now,
Serious thing, link in the description. Also, remember this Sunday is Father's Day, right? We will be celebrating Father's Day here at I Never Knew Radio. So tune in. We'll be on air from 9 to 11, WLOI.org. I Never Knew Radio. Yours truly, Junior, a.k.a. the Ballhead, celebrating Father's Day done properly. All right, what we're reasoning about today?
Well, so one reason about this whole thing of genuine strength, because realize that most people who say them a give a strength, then they really give from a genuine perspective. It's almost like giving a strength is just a whole fanatic when it comes to you. When it comes to how people perceive you, that's the reason why most people get strength, and it seems like the whole genuineness out of that gone now. So we really want to explore the whole concept of what it means to give somebody a true strength, without even think about nothing in return.
And far, I just want to kickstart it. I have to bring up Christianity, and I don't say unfortunately, but it's what it's many of us grew up in under that Christian psychology, and it's a give and take. You get what I'm saying? And I think that idea is ingrained in people's head that if I do this, I should get this return. Like investments in a sense, And there's no, people don't usually do stuff for the sake of doing it. It's very rare to find somebody that's really on that heights. There's a lot of people really do it with the intention of, it's always a scheme. Right? People out here scheming, yeah. There's always something. Yeah, they want to get close to you, or they think they're gonna get something. And what you in the intro, you brought up a great point in regards to how they look. So the thing is not done for the sake of doing the thing, or the actual sake of helping someone, or the sake of supporting someone. But it's all about how they're perceived. Like, I grew up with it, because my mother would always say, like, oh, how's something gonna look? You know what I'm saying? How's something gonna look, or you gotta get a card, or you gotta do this and you gotta do that. And you're not doing it for the sake of the purpose of it. You're doing it for how you're represented it. It's like brand building in a sense. Like, people trying to build this false perception of them, of a level of kindness that they have that's just not the case. I learned this with homeless people. Fire, listen. If you give a homeless person some money or give them something, those behind you, is a high probability they're going to end up doing it. But if you didn't do it, they wouldn't do it. It's like they feel pressured in the sense of doing it because you did it. It's like, man, all right, then. So boom, they're going to pull out something. But if you weren't there and didn't do anything, they wouldn't do it. And this ties into a conversation I had with an ex-brethren. I was saying, it sounded way when I say this, but I think I'm not going to say majority. I won't say majority. A lot of teachers are very selfish. It's supposed to be like this selfless act, this noble act. But when you really get into the psychology and get into the school system, and yes, I understand the school system does create the monster because they do this performance-based pay. But a lot of teachers are very selfish in the sense that it's all about how they feel. And in this search of trying to get this good feeling, they do a lot of things that are detrimental to the child in all aspects of their life. Whether it's fudging grades, or whether letting behaviors ride that are detrimental to them because they're trying to be friends with them and get this whatever friendship or weird attention they didn't get in their younger age. So far it's a tricky thing, and it's a good topic. I want to bring us, it's funny you brought up this topic because I spoke to you about I was there with the elder Jeff Sarge, the legendary Jeff Sarge, radio personality. And he was speaking about, we were actually speaking about the help that he gave me. You get what I'm saying? So Jeff Sarge is a vital key component in the creation of I Never Knew TV. You know, he did a lot of stuff behind the scenes, gave me a lot of links. And I was saying, like, you know, that's not the norm, especially within our culture. You know, people not really giving me that strength like that now. Don't get it twisted. You know, so I was bigging him up, always big him up. But you know, I said, man, it's like, what if he never? What we was just playing with him, like, what if he never gave me that strength? And boom, and said, yo, he usually give people strength, but he give them one chance, yo. So it's not gonna be a fight where you're there exploiting the man and taking advantage of the man. You know, and some people, man, they get burnt and they just cut people off. And I kind of understand it to a certain extent. Some people deal with you rotten, but like as a culture, we really need to give strength when you're able to do it, especially for the younger generation, or even information. You know, people are very selfish with information now, very selfish. And I don't want to put my business out there, you know, but I do help a lot of people, and I'm an open book when it comes to stuff. You know, if I know it, I will share it. And like that information, a man not really gonna tell you too tough, yo. And one thing I did learn with people who are very successful and keyword secure within themselves, they'll tell you everything about their industry, everything that they know, because they're not offended by you. They're not scared that you're like gonna take over anything or do this and that. They're just they know they're confident in their ability. But I think with us, one is a level of gracefulness in there in the sense that everyone wants to be the top dog. And also, I think insecurity plays a humongous role in regards to that failure to share. What do you think about that one, Fire? I know I said a lot.
Fox.
This last point here in regards to like,
No, Fox.
yeah,
A Fox for you, cause you know what really go on, and I'm love what they bring that up for you because especially the part where they said them want to be the top dog. Everybody want to be the top man, but two side to it, you know. So watch this now. In a most people brain, them things are sharing information are sharing too much information then equivalent to them being outrun by the person who them get the information. And it's a silly concept because that alone shows that most people not see themselves as being unique. Them not see them not understand the concept of them fingerprint and knowing so nobody else can have your fingerprint. And I just say no, it cannot get weird because why is everything, as Bob the Great Top Kong they tell us, why is everything have to be a rat race? Why everything have to always be a race? Why it have to always be a competition? And that when I really look for boost up and build up one another, so we will start hold back information, or if we do give information, we only give a piece of the information and then never inform the individual where I give the information to say that's not the whole. Excuse me. So another person, the journey now, is almost like how we allow them to stumble, even though people have to experience things, you know. But to see if you have the full answer, and you have the full component, excuse me, and you know what take place, you're not supposed to have to give them the bits and pieces for them to solve the puzzle. All you have to do is give them information so them can rise up the ladder and help for themselves, and in return, help out others. Because when enough man overstand, you know, all the hear man talk about is like them want to be top man and a whole lot of information. You know, so the more information you share the youth out there, and the more respect you give, because if you share information with somebody and then become extremely successful, you know how great that is for you internally, for know say no matter the levels where that person want to reach pan, and you did give them the start, you know how great them thing that is. And then you have the next flip side to it now when you talk about being the top dog, where some people, as weird as this might sound, actually give you a spotlight, give certain people a spotlight, or give certain people information just for the sake of saying, oh, I did that. You see? So like, and which part I see this take place for the most part, I see it take place in the entertainment industry. I see it constantly in the entertainment industry, where a man we bring across a young artist, or bring across an artist where most people don't know for say, okay, I me did give them money, I me really help them youth, yeah. Like the other day, me artist, I say, yeah man, it might give young artists more strength and young artists strive. But then when we really listen to the conversation, me hear the same artist reference himself as big league and the top, and him at the top man, because you don't know when a big people time and a superstar time now, them look at artists have to go to the side. So me I say, how can you say, yeah, I give youth strength, but yet still I say youth have to just go to the side when superstar come. And you know what that show me say? That show me one thing, because you see me I talk about giving strength. I have to shout out Rodney Price, Bounty Killer. And them man, they set the example to give strength. But I will have to highlight that because you know what is giving strength? Giving strength is Bounty Killer calling on Wayne Marshall, Vibes Cartel, anybody else in prime time when every single attention is on Bounty Killer for all of these unknown artists come on the stage during prime time and come expose them talent. When you say upon your booking time that is what giving strength. It's not giving strength to some artists. It's not like just pile up a man over there so and say, okay, this are the amateur section and then this are the superstar section. So you see the difference in a giving strength when enough people don't overstand, and that is a prime example of what giving strength is, where you can you can push a person and knowing said the man do that without even signing them to a particular label and these things. So we have prime examples of what giving strength is, but it seems like most people nowadays is not really genuine. It's almost like it's that boosting ego thing to really give a man a strength, and then everybody will look for something else in return, or for boast and brag, say, I need to do this, when in fact, if you think about it from that way, it's not really a strength then.
Big time. And I'm glad you brought up the music to use as an example, because it's very true. All right, what help are you giving to this person when the place empty? I see it all the time, man. They brag and boast about giving young artists a strength, and the place is generally empty. No one's there. They're literally performing in front of no one with the trash band at that. No disrespect to the bands out there, but it's not like the top quality band or what we saw the other day, the engineer. Now you're looking at the board and you sound all crazy, so that's not the vibe. But you have artists that, as I said, is prime time. Artists are very selfish during their set. Don't get it twisted, yeah, because they don't want to share the stage, and God forbid, they don't want anybody to, like, what's the term? I don't want to say flop them. They're not familiar with that. Upsell them. What's that one? Kind of outdo them. Artists are very particular about that. Yeah, they don't want to take a risk of nobody coming up there and kind of outshining them. So they're very strategic on who they bring up for it. But I just wanted to touch on this thing in regards to, like, it's almost like a pseudo, like you're this pseudo good person in a sense. Like you're doing these things in a sense that, like, there's no
perfect statement.
Yeah, there's no genuineness to it. And as I said, I've been fortunate to receive people. I've been fortunate in my life to receive help from people who just provided help. But what I did notice is that the people who did it were very well established and very confident and secure people. And a side note I have to add on too, don't expect people to help you. I want to put that out there. Like, I just want to put that out there. People, I hear it all the time, and, like, don't expect people. If you do get help, give glory. We give thanks. It's a blessing. But I wouldn't really leave my house with the expectation that people are going to help you, because it's just not the norm, And if you're fortunate to put yourself in a circle, though, where you are able to get help, actually utilize it and maximize it to the best of your ability, but don't have the expectation of help. People feel very discouraged because this person didn't go out their way. I don't know where they get this idea from too, that someone's gonna go out their way to help you. I don't know where this is, but it's the norm, because people are very offended. You hear people complain about all the time, like, this person's this and that. And I want to say too, from a cultural thing within our society, we don't look at in regards to the economics. A lot of Black people, unless they're business owners, they're not in a position to help you. So a lot of people, like, ask why, they want you to put them on at your job or something, but you're not in a management position, bro. So how are you going to put somebody on at the job and you and yourself just hanging on to your job? So, like, economics also plays a role in regards to how much you're able to provide, even if a business, because
I mean, I can't remember your point. That was one thing more point out. But you see, when most people say them really, like, if, for example, the example is about put on a job, most people really, I think, about even just the effort, And that's the problem really, like. Giving a strength is the effort, because you can be at the bottom of the whole pyramid. And a man say, yo, man, so me I look at work, me I try to get a strength for it. You can at least say, all right, me can't control the outcome. But here we go on now. You have a resume, but no, so that's at the HR department. At least me can left the resume. Me have no other control. But most people not even would have moved to even say, all right, so me know you. I know and say, I saw the thing set and I saw this is how strength go. most people would even go bring the resume got HR because I feel themselves them and say, yo, me, at least me can feel content to know some. Yo, me know somebody when now have a work and me have a work, so at least me know they're the lowest level. And that's how enough people think.
No, serious thing. Give thanks for that clarification, right? There's another aspect too, man, because Nas has a song where he actually speaks of man. I apologize. I don't know it by heart, but he has a song where he speaks about people be offended by not receiving help and not understanding the position people are. Oh, I want to say the business. That's how it ties in. A lot of time people think just because you have a business you can help people. That's not the case, bro. You may just be getting through Friday. Like you really literally may just be getting through to survive and pay your bills, you know? But then it's a person with a more established business where they have cash flow and they're actually making a profit. They're in a position to hire. I think people think just the fact that because you're in business, you know, like it's all this money, and that's just not the case for the average person. The average business doesn't last, and if they're in business, it's a struggle. You know, so we have all these expectations that are unrealistic, you know. But which was wild is the expectation people have for other they themselves don't practice. Because when they could give a strength, they don't give a strength. You know, me personally, as I said, I give thanks. I've been fortunate, I will say that. I've been fortunate to where, you know, but I think I did a good job of putting myself in a position and people saw a certain fire and a certain militancy and they say, yo, this man's serious and they give you a scrum. But I don't really leave my house looking for anyone to give me anything. And I don't feel no way if people don't go out the way because or anything out there that you want, you just gonna have to go get it. You know, but it would help more, especially with that generation gap. It would help more if our elders, old heads, whatever you want to refer to them as, gave back. I think we could do more with the resources that we have. It's not necessarily monetary. I think it's more of support and definitely information and just connecting people. You know, just connecting somebody with this person. And I think we just need to do a better job of that. Because I think in our culture, not American culture, in our subculture, Caribbean culture, African American culture, we not too big on putting people on. It does happen. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it definitely needs to happen more. And we definitely need to share information more. Um, I'll give you an example. You have somebody that has a skill set, say they're a mechanic. Like they ain't really putting no game on the people, yo. I will say this in defense though, because I know I will say this in defense. Some of the elders do get turned off because when they do try to provide information to younger people, they're not interested in it. So it's kind of a twofold thing. And the younger people have to have more desire, more information. And when information is being presented, they have to accept it. Because what I noticed that too, man, is like, I don't know, black people think you retarded or something, man. Black people like when it's coming from you, I don't care if you like you speak the queen's English. I don't care if you have 100 degrees. It's something in black people that just don't take you serious. You know, for a lot of people, it has to come from a non-melanated looking person. It really does, yeah. You know, so that's another psychological. That's why the thing complicated. That's why it's good to reason. Yeah, we just can't say that. But I've experienced it so many times where like, man, bro, like, you know, people just really like, especially as a man, people just they just typecast you so quick. Like you just a full blown retard. I can't use the word retard anymore. That's what's that word, but you're just not a intelligent person. You know, and like another person who's not as intelligent as you, they'll just take what they're saying and you have to prove all these things and accomplish all these things for just to believe the most basic thing from you. You know, so we need to get better of just having respect for your own people, Fire, and seeing the brilliance in your own people. You know, Fire, have you experienced that? Because I've seen it. I've experienced numerous times where I can tell someone something, right? And it's like, yeah, whatever. Then if a white person tell them Fire, it's like it's that's what it is, yo. That's the what's the name, you know, and that's for a lot of people. Say, all right, say right now, say if we did an interview with one doctor, right? An established person. Say even if he worked at like say he worked at NYU, right? And he said something. It's like, yeah, whatever. But it is another white guy that not even a doctor, bro. He just has a little experience in that field. They'll accept it.
a two place me see that in all the time with me where people no overstand what go on because all I tell us don't judge a book by its cover, but most of the people them judge a book by its cover all the time, 24/7. And that's how them get the thing twisted. There are two areas I say that with most as it relates to me in my life or me see. One, in a music, right? In a music, I guess your relevance or your musical knowledge is based upon popularity. So you see, we cannot show somebody something, and because them probably not see me as being that popular compared to a man with them a pop star with them would have sit on them TV every day. Yeah, give them a musical advice, and them a challenge musical advice, even when you know say it a come from an expert. Because remember, say it's not popularity make you an expert, you know. It being an expert depends on the key, the field where you're studying, or you know something, how long you have to do it, and so much different factors. That one era I'm seeing, and then the next key era I'm seeing, I know. You see this Natia on the head is where show off enough people as it relates to information, you know, because enough of them brain, you know, you can't be a Natia and know certain things, you know. So right off the top of this, I'm start get judged now because. And then I mention musicals one, the other one in a technology. In a technology, in particular, as it relates to like advertisements, AI, all of these different technological advancements where take place. Most people know because me probably I tell them a thing and them I say, all right, them they see me as a reputable source. Or true means I not them they not have overstand or see me as a man that's a deep in everything. Not knowing say at the same time, he's an expert at the field. But because me nah bring out the expert, me nah bring out the title to them, or me nah bring out what me is an expert in about me. I share the information with them genuinely. Them nah listen to it, and me even see enough people come back with the thing them when me come tell them, when me tell them already. When them say Elon Musk and enough of them man they were supposed to be reputable as billionaires in that particular industry and thing tell them see them eat up the concept quick and run with it fast. And me I say, see there? Them enough time. The people them no overstand say, and the politician do it to them all the time too, you know. Because politician come present some information to them and use some different terminology where them no overstand, and yet still them no overstand that, and them still gullible and run with it fire. So I realize that most people have a preconceived notion of who give them information, you know. So you see, if them want to know what take place over there, so that them are going to turn on CNN and BBC, and if them don't see it on CNN and BBC, then it never exists. Not overstanding to CNN and BBC already have an agenda, and for them a push for them agenda, and for make you feed off of that particular agenda. And plus, even if them did really want to do that, could they extend their resources to every single corner of the earth? No, they can't. So enough people never overstand them concept. Then we realize so when it comes to this strengthening fire, I'm glad I clarify the whole point. I say, oh, you know, if expect nothing from nobody for the fear, give a strength them way there. But you see, the thing is, I feel like say enough ones overstand say, yo, in a life where you give, you will receive it, and in enough different ways it play out for you. Because you see, it not take nothing to give a man a strength, you know. And when I say strength, we're not talking about monetary or financial gain, because for some reason in a human being's mind, anytime I'm hear about giving a strength or anything advancement wise, them see it as them only can think about finances. I'm not sure why, but that's what most people think. So you see, strength can come in a multiple different ways fire. Strength can come in a so much different ways that it limitless for mention what strength is. You just look out for your youth there, so and share a little thing with your youth. Right there, so yeah, we not even know how much worlds you're gonna change by doing that. To share what information, you don't know how much worlds you're gonna change by doing that. So you see the strength thing for you, enough people, them only think about it one side when them need things, and I see at that time when them need it now, the strength now gonna really coming up. So them have habits of human being selfish, not even looking internally and realize that the selfishness. So them did a project from man and black for them own a strength from coming through. So I just that really I take place over and over in a fire. Cause we talk about strength and now get strength. And then they have on the other side now where enough people who them genuine still, them are look out for your strength. Them did look for your strength to kind of boost them to our next particular level. Then don't get it and them dwell upon not getting that strength. And then it almost seems like it turned them from being a genuine person into a person where become a complainer and all of these type of things. Now realizing, say, yo, every man face them type of burden because me could have bitter to, you know. Me could have bitter to, you know, fire because I'm a little bit of man who reach out to for music. Music and the man that give you strength, and the man them black, what I want to call it, say them blacklist you from certain things, them that giving the energy. We're not bitter because we don't expect it. That's why I'm saying I'm glad see you mentioned that fire. We not expect a man to do this. So I wanna go sit and complain 10 years later and say, oh, I fight them fight because the key thing that, you know, everybody I look for somebody for fight them. So automatically from a man don't give you no strength, you dwell upon it, and then you would thinking say you have all of these enemies, not realizing say it's not enemies you really have, you know. It's just the way how most people nurture and not give no strength, make them never gauge. It's not that them are your enemy, but it's just so them learn it based off of things where they run them and people where them still run them. So you can't really dwell upon them things and make it get you bitter, because when them things they get you bitter fire, see the genuine person where you was first, it start turning you in an even more scarier person than them people that were not a strength. And you in turn now go give you a strength because you go say you never get any. And that me I try to show enough people to see you can't really expect it. They not at all leader. We just show you say that generally speaking, we would know say yo, giving strength to that be a good thing for do because what goes around comes around, because some days no man is an island, no man stands alone. So at any given time, no matter which industry, no matter how financially wealthy you are gonna need strength fire, because a man can have $1 billion in the bank and him still gonna need strength, because strength is not just financial. So everybody needs strength, and same way everybody have to give strength in to some particular card in order for the world revolve.
And it's too this. All right, it's too this. I want to touch before we finish up. All right, the first one is I'm glad you really delved into this whole point in regards to like it's haters in a sense. Like everybody think they got it. Ain't nobody paying you no mind now. People don't understand people are paying you no mind. And a lot of times it's like a person didn't do something because they're not paying you no mind. They actually forgot about it. Like they have other things that they're doing. No one's trying to disrupt what you're doing. Like we need to get I don't know, man. Like, this hate thing is this hate. No one's paying you any mind, yeah. And if they're paying you any mind, I don't know what to say. There's too much things to be done out here to be paying somebody no mind. This hate the thing. Everybody's hating on you. People not doing nothing. Somebody hating on you. The last I want to talk about in regards to the frequency. All right. When people give help or they think it's like some actual return, like a bow and arrow, like, yo, man, I gave Autarchii $1 today. You needed it. Literally within 24 hours, someone's going to give me $2. It doesn't work like that, right? And if you live your life and pay attention, I believe the energy you put out, you definitely get back, but it comes out in different ways in different spaces at different times. So it may not come from that person, it may come from somewhere else. We don't, the thing I've learned is that we don't take time to reflect on life to see like, man, it kind of worked out my way. And I think they're looking for this thing to come directly from this person. That's where the frustration is coming from. I helped this person and this person's supposed to help me. And I just wanted to clear up that in regards to life. It's not necessarily going to come from that person. And time, like, it's not no time frame. People put it, I did something, I want it back in 20 minutes or I want it in 20 hours or 20 days. And like, it doesn't work like that. But you as a person have to be genuine in regards to giving help and just give help for the sake of giving help. And now, the last thing I wanted to touch on is though, you don't put yourself in a position to be exploited. There's people who are predators out here and they will take advantage of you. As the elder Jeff Sarge said, he give you one chance, far right. And like, if you don't, if it's a vibe, then it is what it is. It's not twice. We're not here. Or if a person got a history of dealing with certain stuff, you got to use your brain and just stay away from that person. But it's not, don't put yourself in this continuous situation where you're constantly being exploited and used. We're not promoting that at all. But if you're in a position to help somebody, whereas, you're not going crazy out your way or this and that, you probably should do it, especially for younger people, because they need all the strength they can get. And I know it said it the last thing, but I forgot far. I wanted to touch on how you say how strength comes in different ways, and it's not just monetary strength. It may just be listening to somebody. It may be all the strength. They don't need any response. They just need you to listen. They just need an ear to talk to, or to be present as a form of support, are the most basic things. because everything we do have to be these big productions and all the excitement. And life is not like that. Some of the most powerful things are some of the simplest things. Someone probably just needs you to listen and be quiet, and they just need to dump on you, or they just need you in their space for a while, or they may need some advice, or a little thing going on. But everything is not this grand, big thing. So people need to look into yourself and see like why you're so selfish, right? You know what I'm saying? And why if you do give support, it has an ulterior motive. You have to look into yourself if you're giving so much, because it's easy to get into that little lane where you're giving too much. You turn into they trying to be Jesus or Mother Teresa or something. Mother Teresa ain't no good example for it because she did on pure corruption, but you know what I'm saying, that type of vibe, save the world vibe. Because a lot of the times you think you're doing good, but you're doing it for selfish reasons. You're not doing it for selfish reasons. So you have to look into yourself and see why you're doing it. Am I doing it to help this person, or am I doing it to feel a certain way, feel good about myself, or am I doing it for attention? I think the wickedest thing, Fire, when it's like, oh, I'm giving the homeless. What in God? What? Why are you recording that? That's disturbing. If that's a thing you're doing for your heart, why are you recording that? Why do you need this validation and praise from people that you gave this person that did this deed? You just do the deed and try it. And anybody with sense, that's why they don't rate you, because real people do so much great. Nobody know about the things people do. They just do it, and that's what they did it for the heart. They did it and kept it moving. Well, we got this big production. I think it's sick. I know we live in a sick society, but Fire, one of the things that's really disturbing with me with this public praise for doing stuff. Because obviously you're not doing it for the sake of doing it. You're doing it for the praise or to build up your brand and look a certain way and this and that.
Yeah. Something I realized though, Fire, you have the extreme opposite of that, which is unhealthy too, And that, you said that, and the first, and that was my next point. Yeah. I'm a see myself fall into that so many times. So that's some of the things I'm really verified to talk about this, right? Me depend the opposite extreme, the extreme end of the spectrum a couple of times, right? Where we give so much different strength, and we try to stay so much in the dark, because we are saying, what, this trend so genuine that we try to stay so much in the dark. And I really think that sometimes even that in itself is unhealthy, because I'm going to tell you why. Why? You see, sometimes when you really against strength, depending upon the light where you do it for, it kind of can go hand in hand with a brand or with a particular culture to enforce it happening or to enforce it recurring again. So example, like when we do the scholarship thing, I realize that the more I put it out there, the more strength can entrepreneurship meets live music, the more strength we put it out there, like people start getting on board. So I'm like the mission and wait about and thing, and people can join the movement, as opposed to earlier when time we say, yo, we do the thing and we never business in nobody know. Them start call all be different people name and say them and do it, and we never people tell me that, but it no matter to me, because me so much far so detached from the concept of being in at the forefront, because we say we know do thing for record it and anything there, but we realize it take her from the effort there, and it take her from it building next year and getting stronger and stronger. So sometimes I feel like I realize sometimes you kind of come out in the light with the strength, but it have to be with a direct purpose and a direct mission. So if example you have to say, all right, say we are do this over here, so I see an example of what we do right here, so there, and these are the models for what we do. So here we go on. Next year, I'm gonna like for we can strengthen this mission. And I know so most of the people them we are doing them now that them it's a structure, them now them intention they still. But me I say I know you have few good people who me say kind of record the thing. I see people I wonder why them record it, but I see them have an intention and them have a direction with it, because them want to kind of build upon a foundation and get others involved. So you see if it come from the angle there, nothing wrong with it for expose it, because sometimes the good-hearted people them kind of so much in the dark when them are do good that even that in itself me kind of consider as unhealthy too. And I say that because some reflect on myself, and I really think that unhealthy, because sometimes it put too much strain on you for continue to do the good there alone by yourself and not overstand say, yeah, other people, like-minded people out there who can help you upon the mission but it requires them to realize it's a good youth or a good person. I do this mission for them get on board, and if they don't know if it's a good person I do the mission, them I go question it likewise. And it's almost like but if you keep up and make the sustain the relevance in regards to make the strength get bigger and bigger, you know?
No, reality means fire, right? But the context earlier is the one-off people, not organizations or missions. You get what I'm saying? And those are the ones that should get the fire still same way, you know? Um, I'm not sure if you want to touch on anything else. I think we covered everything in regards to it. I just want to let people know that within this reason, you need to look into yourself in regards to, first of all, type of energy you're putting out there, right? You can't be no selfish, wrapped up person and expect somebody to be selfless with you. It really doesn't work like that, right? If you can provide a strength, feel free. As we said, we're not promoting people to be used and exploited. So you have to be careful for that. And also, too, man, don't wake up leaving your house figuring people are going to give you some free ride and people just going to change your life and do that, you know? Hollywood, yo, I think that's the thing, too, man, because there's always some scene where they meet this person, they just like that, you know? Everything changes. They get this big break and all this. And no, I really want to leave my house looking for that. You can build up towards a goal because this is the thing with the big break. If I gave you an opportunity and you don't have the skill set to capitalize on it, what's the point? The big break comes when you have the skill set to achieve that thing. That's the big break. Everyone, what they say, like, be like, oh, the overnight success is 15, 20 years in the making. All right. I wanted to tell you this. Me and Farah was together yesterday, right? And we had the Jesse Royal thing. And you know, I forgot to tell you this because I was tired. Yo, you know, there's no such thing as a new artist, yo. You get what I'm saying? Because
No, I fucks that. You're not going to explain it to me.
all right,
Explain
then,
it to the massive still.
because if say I get a tune now, right, and I say, yo, yeah, young artist, yeah, new artist. That man, I know new artists. Man, been doing it for 10 years, even if he's 20. He probably been like really doing it since 8 or working. It's just that he reached a point now where, you know, he can create a product that capture the people or is presented in a way where it's palatable, you know.
I'm due to the media because sometimes the talent did already develop and it sound good and so sweet long time, but it's just because our industries run the world enough for you. See, this industry thing, it's enough people, that's why the man them tell us about this mainstream and underground, you know, because we think about the mainstream, you know, don't you have some little stream where I feed the mainstream. Enough times some people even makes it the way they fire. So sometimes it's even just about the talent them good. I done sharp, have the voice train and the vocals nice, everything good. Even them presentation done good. But sometimes I just saw the journey because sometimes you just have to take 10 years to build up your thing and build up your powers and build up your muscle and know say, yo, him never get the breakthrough. You say you go through the next door, you try to kick off on next door. Because sometimes the strength does not come. So I just want them things there. So you have to know that would I love to get the strength, but sometimes the strength not come the way that you have to firm. Yeah, man.
All right, tell them again they need to firm in this thing, right? I agree.
I'm love how I point out the exploitation, you know, because I really want to send a warning to all of the guys out there where I exploit people, you know, the big guys and the medium guys and the small guys and where I exploit people, you know. You see too much exploitation are going right now for you. And I then think that the people need to be aware of this exploitation for you. And it come in so much different form. It's like, you have to keep your eye open for the exploitation. That you know, make sure you know pretend like everybody where you meet are exploiting, you know, because that is very unhealthy, you know. So I don't want to tell the people themselves to do that, you know, but exploitation come in so much different form. You have to keep your eye open feet. You can't judge everybody right off the top and say them are probably try exploit, you know. But you have to be aware and understand exploitation is a real thing for you.
Nah, serious thing, and I'm glad you spoke about how unhealthy, because a lot of people that like after they have that bad experience, it's just like they cut everybody off, you know. But you do need to keep your eyes open though, especially with new people. I'm not a new people person like that, you know. It's not the fact that I'm standoffish or anything, but it's like you're not gonna get the same love as a new person. And when I say love, yes, we'll have a conversation. I want to be clear. Fire, you know what I'm saying, right? It's not like, oh, I don't want to talk to you now, but like certain little vibes is not, no, we're not open like that because it's just it's just a vetting process, you know. 'Cause everybody coming in like they want something and this and that, and they have their little vibe and they want kind of. So I just kind of, you know, analyze people and look at them and see what's what. And hopefully,
Put a filter.
yeah, hopefully people don't take it away because I think I'm a very please just be true. I'm a very approachable person for it, right? I'm not a standoff person, you know, but when it comes to certain things, I kind of cut it off in the sense that you won't have access to certain things like that as a new person, you know.
But here I go through the militancy, you know, and the militancy where they have same way because enough people don't understand. You see, when we ever talk about giving strength and having certain energy, most people mistake that for being willy-nilly and laughy all this time and make too much people are coming in your circle and too much people again exploit you and I overstand say you can't give whole heap of strength, you know. You can get whole heap of strength, but you still have a militant, like what they say, they move. I still it's a militancy you have to have and know say, yo, I think I feel up on a level because you want to know, me no want end up a give knowing say me is a man who love to give strength. Me no want end up a give somebody a strength and them just go take the strength and make a U-turn. So we want to make sure that the strength to me it can develop the nation or it can build one little thing here and there. And that we really are saying, you know, so the strength I for really go in a good place. If me I receive a strength, you know, just know say me I'm grateful, so grateful for the strength there that me I go make sure so me I do something positive with it. Or if me I give a strength, me not have the intention to get back nothing, you know, but me have an intention where when me give you the strength, you go build up on whatever you have.
With,
yeah, don't waste my time.
There we go. The key there, yeah. For those where I don't deal with wasted time. I really don't. Seriously. But we give thanks for everyone tuning in, right? Please remember, brand new documentary about the herbs, courtesy to one Autarchii, Big Dread. In the description, make sure you watch it. It's about 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, 27 minutes. Yeah,
27 minutes, right? So you have time, right? Block out your 27 minutes, burn a spliff, drink some tea, eat some food, get a vibes. Very interesting.
And I want to tell them they didn't have a burn no split because I tell again, you know, because the funny, you know, it's not funny at all. I'm going to take out the whole funny thing. The interesting thing is, two of the youth them we interview, dead to murder and gang violence, you know. And that's something very interesting to see how the psychology of the youth them process process things in them brain and why them connect with this particular plant while processing them thing in them brain fire. So very, very, very interesting.
Serious thing. And do remember this Sunday, Father's Day celebration, WLOI.org. I Never Do Radio with yours truly. So hopefully, if you are a father, you definitely need to tune in. If your father's still alive, get him to tune in. Hopefully, you're able to chill with them if they're in close proximity, get the kids there vibing. And yeah, it's a joy. I like playing Father's Day vibe. We'll be on air from 9 to 11 this Sunday on WLOI.org. I Never Knew Radio. Also, check out I Never Knew TV, brand new reasons this month. This month kind of over, but for the duration of the month and next month, definitely on the heights. We have a lot of great guests, a lot of brilliant minds, people you don't know, people you do know. So it'll be very interesting, and we truly appreciate all the support from those times till now.